Hi, my name is Emily Ferris. I'm the author of Casserole Crazy Hot Stuff for Your Oven. Today I'm going to be making one of my favorite fall recipes from the book Sweet Potato Not Pie. This is a really simple recipe that starts with peeled and thinly sliced sweet potatoes or yams layered in the bottom of a casserole dish. After we layer the sweet potatoes on the bottom of the dish, we are going to do a layer of goat cheese. So I just take a hard goat cheese in a log and break some off and crumble it on top. And it doesn't have to be fancy or perfect. And that's sort of the great thing about casseroles, is that nothing has to be perfect or measured precisely. I'm gonna add some color to the dish with some green peppers that are finely chopped. I use 1 green pepper for this dish. Some finely chopped white onion. I put white onion in almost all of my casseroles. Then I'm gonna sprinkle some sea salt on top, and then a drizzle of olive oil. Once I've done one layer, sweet potatoes, goat cheese, onion, pepper, sea salt, and olive oil, I'm gonna start over. So another layer of sweet potatoes on top. Another great thing about casseroles is they're really versatile. So this one kind of came about when I had these particular ingredients in my house. But if you have anything different, instead of green peppers, you could use a habanero pepper or a jalapeno pepper if you still want the green color and want to make it a little spicier. Another version of this casserole would have a spicy chorizo in it, but it would be cooked first. And in that case, you would probably use less olive oil. So you can really make your casserole as big as the dish that you have. This one I think is 8 inches by 8 inches, and I will probably end up using 3.5 to 4 sweet potatoes. But this is a great casserole because you can just build it to fit your dish. Just use your ingredients until you filled it up. And you do want to layer all the way to the top of your dish. Drizzle a little more olive oil on the top. And some more salt, so this layer is really flavorful. This needs to be covered before it goes in the oven, and sometimes when you use a lid, you can lose some of your sweet potatoes because they'll stick. So instead, I'm going to use a non-stick wrap, like this Reynolds foil. I'm gonna cover it and put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about an hour, and then we'll check on it. All right, now the casserole has been in the oven for about an hour. Everyone's oven is different, so you probably wanna check on it leading up to an hour. It might take a little less time or a little more time, but you'll know it's done if you can get a fork all the way through the potato. There's one more step before the casserole is done, and it's my favorite step, more cheese. So I'm gonna put more goat cheese on top. You can be generous with it. I'm just gonna crumble goat cheese all over the top. And this is gonna melt a little bit and brown really nicely because a good casserole should have a nice brown top. I'm gonna sprinkle it with just a little bit more sea salt to give it some more flavor. And then I'm gonna put it back in the oven, uncovered at 400 degrees for 10 or 15 minutes until the goat cheese starts to get nice little brown peaks. This is a great dish to serve anytime, but especially at Thanksgiving. It's savory and a little bit sweet and filling, and it will show up anyone's candied sweet potatoes, even my dad's.